In 1881, Edgar Rice Burroughs attends the funeral of his uncle, John Carter, a former American Civil War Confederate Army captain who died suddenly. Per Carter's instructions, the body is put in a tomb that can be unlocked only from the inside. Among the items is a journal that Carter had written about his incredible experiences on Mars. Burroughs begins reading the journal, and the story transitions to the past. In a flashback to 1868 in the Arizona Territory, Union Colonel Powell arrests Carter with hopes that Carter will help in fighting the local Apache. Carter escapes his holding cell but fails to get far with U.S. cavalry soldiers in close pursuit. After a run-in with a band of Apaches, Carter and a wounded Powell are chased until they hide in a cave that turns out to be filled with gold. A Thern appears in the cave at that moment and, surprised by the two men, attacks them with a knife. Carter kills him but accidentally activates the Thern's powerful medallion and is unwittingly transported to a ruined and dying planet, Barsoom, known to Carter as Mars. Because of his different bone density and the planet's low gravity, Carter is able to jump high and perform feats of incredible strength. After Carter's initial disorientation, he is quickly surrounded by a group of Tharks. His first instinct is to fight back, but the Tharks are armed and skilled warriors, and Carter is not equipped with his usual Earth weapons or knowledge of Martian customs. The Tharks attack him using their advanced weapons and their superior physical abilities. He is captured by the Tharks, a nomadic tribe of green Martians, and their Jedak, Tarkas. Matai Shang appears to Sab Than and manipulates him into believing that acquiring the weapon will secure his victory in the ongoing war between Zodanga and Helium. Sab Than, desperate for power and control, eagerly agrees to follow Shang's instructions. Matai Shang, as the leader of the Therns, is manipulative and power-hungry. He seeks to control Mars and its inhabitants by using the Therns' advanced technologies. To further his control, he chooses to back Sab Than, the Jedak of Zodanga, and provides him with a weapon of immense power to help him achieve dominance over the planet. The weapon that Matai Shang gives to Sab Than is a powerful, destructive force that has the ability to obliterate cities and cause massive destruction. It is referred to as an ancient Martian device with the power to annihilate large areas. This weapon is key to Sab Than's plans to conquer Mars, especially his rivalry with the city of Helium, elsewhere on Barsoom. The red Martian cities of Helium and Zodanga have been at war for 1,000 years. Dejah Thoris, the princess of Helium, is determined to stop the war and avoid the destruction of her city, but she is forced into an arranged marriage with Sab Than to bring peace. After being captured by the Tharks, Carter is brought to their city, which is located in a vast, barren desert on Mars. The Tharks live in a militaristic and brutal society. When Carter first arrives, he is disoriented and confused, unsure of where he is and how to survive in this alien environment. The Tharks are a dominant warrior race on Mars, living in a tribal structure where the strongest and most capable warriors rule. They prize strength and combat skills above all else. The leader of the Tharks is one of the first to encounter Carter. He sees Carter as an interesting individual due to his strange strength, which comes from the weaker gravity of Mars compared to Earth. Carter, not wanting to be part of the Thark society, plans to escape and return to Earth. Carter seizes an opportunity to escape. He manages to overpower several Tharks who try to stop him. Due to the lower gravity on Mars, Carter discovers that he has enhanced strength and agility, which gives him a huge advantage in the fight. He leaps great distances, showcasing abilities that surprise both the Tharks and himself. Despite his escape efforts, Carter is eventually recaptured by the Tharks, who bring him back to their camp. Tarkas is intrigued by Carter, especially after seeing him fight. He is also impressed by Carter's apparent strength. Carter also meets Sola, a Thark woman who is different from the other Tharks. She is kind-hearted, and she takes an interest in Carter's well-being. Even though the Tharks usually show no sympathy for their prisoners, during this time, he witnesses a fierce battle in the Martian skies between the airships of Helium and Zodanga. As the battle intensifies, a Helium airship carrying Dejah Thoris is attacked by Zodangan forces. Her ship is heavily damaged and crashes near the Thark territory. Recognizing her as a human-like figure and seeing her in danger, Carter steps in and uses his superhuman strength and agility to save Dejah. Dejah is initially cautious and curious about Carter, as his strength and jumping ability are unlike anything she has ever seen. The leader of the Tharks takes a particular interest in Carter because of his strength and the potential he sees in him. Tharks is initially skeptical of Carter but starts to understand that the Earthling could play a key role in the ongoing conflict between Mars cities. Tharks allies with Carter, seeing him as a powerful ally. Dija explains the dire situation on Mars, the war between Helium and Zodanga, Sabden's destructive weapon, and the manipulative role of the Tharks. Doja insists Carter teach her his ability to fly but he rejects it. She asks for his help to save her people from Zodanga. Carter still thinks he is on Earth, but Dija tells him that it's Mars. They secretly enter Tharks' temple to explain Carter about Mars. But they get caught by Tharks. After Carter is captured by the Tharks, Tharks secretly intervenes when he realizes that Carter and Sola are in danger of execution or punishment for their defiance of Thark traditions. The leader of Tharks helps them to escape from prison. Tharks has a secret. He is the father of Sola, a Thark female who has been kind to Carter and defied the brutal Thark traditions. Tars cares deeply for Sola and knows that she would be punished for aiding Carter. By helping Carter escape, he is also protecting his daughter. The group travels through the harsh desert landscapes of Mars, facing both environmental challenges and the threat of pursuit by Sabden's forces and the Tharks. Along the way, they strengthen their bond and learn more about each other's motivations. Dija Thoris reveals more about the politics of Mars and the devastating effects of Zodanga's war on Helium. Carter, Dija, and Tharks' daughter, Sola, reach a spot in a sacred river to find a way for Carter to get back to Earth. They discover that the medallions are powered by a ninth ray that is also the source of Sabden's weapon. They are then attacked by a vicious race called the Warhoon under the direction of Shan. The Warhoon ambush Carter, Dija, and Sola in the Martian desert. The Warhoons are visually terrifying, even more feral and aggressive than the Tharks. They are known for their lack of mercy and their relentless nature in combat. As the Warhoon close in, Carter decides to stand and fight to allow Dija and Sola a chance to escape. He orders them to flee while he holds off the attackers. A spectacular and emotional battle sequence ensues, showcasing Carter's unmatched strength and Martian-enhanced abilities, like leaping great distances and overpowering enemies. Despite being surrounded, Carter fights valiantly, taking on dozens of Warhoon warriors. During the battle, Carter experiences flashbacks to his life on Earth, particularly the devastating loss of his wife and child. These flashbacks deepen the emotional weight of the scene, as they reveal Carter's pain and his struggle to find purpose after his tragic past. Suddenly Dija Thoris' father arrives with his army. They launch an attack on Warhoons and rescue Ihan. Carter and Dija are taken back to Zodanga. A demoralized Dija grudgingly agrees to marry Sabden. Carter decides to stay and is captured by Shang. Shang uses his advanced Thark technology, which allows him to teleport and disguise himself, to ambush and capture Carter. Shang explains that Sabden is merely a pawn in the Tharks' larger plan, and the alliance between Zodanga and Helium is meant to hasten Barsoom's destruction. He explains to him the purpose of Tharks and how they manipulate the civilizations of different worlds to their doom, feeding off the planet's resources in the process, and intend to do the same thing with Barsoom by choosing Sabden to rule the planet. While imprisoned or held captive by Shang's forces, Thark's dog attacks Shang, and Carter uses his wits and strength to break free. He takes the medallion from Shang and Carter manages to escape from Zodanga. Carter goes back to the Tharks with Sola to request their help. There they discover a ruthless brute, Tal Hages, has overthrown Tharks. Carter and an injured Tharks battle with two enormous great white apes in an arena. The fight is meant to be a public spectacle, showcasing Carter's death as entertainment. Carter is shackled by heavy chains, adding to the challenge, and the crowd of Tharks watches eagerly. The two white apes are released into the arena. They are massive, gorilla-like creatures with pale skin and terrifying fangs. Their sheer size and strength make them nearly impossible to defeat in combat. The crowd roars in excitement as the apes charge toward Carter. One of the white apes lunges at Carter. Despite being chained, Carter uses his agility and strength to evade the attack, leaping over the creature and narrowly avoiding its powerful swings. Seizing the opportunity, Carter grabs a large sword and delivers a fatal strike. White ape, impaling it and bringing it down. As the dust settles, Carter stands victorious in the arena, bloodied but unbroken. He defiantly raises his weapon. Carter's victory in the arena marks a turning point in his relationship with the Tharks. They begin to see him not as an outsider but as a formidable warrior. Carter kills Haegis, thereby becoming the leader of the Tharks. Carter is an acclaimed leader of the Tharks. A vast Thark army, with Carter at its head, advances on Zodanga, then on Helium. Dejah Thoris is about to be forced into marriage with Sabdan, which would solidify Zodanga's rule over Helium. Carter and his allies arrive just in time to disrupt the ceremony. A massive battle ensues between the combined forces of Helium and the Tharks against Zodanga. Carter uses his superhuman strength and agility to take down enemy forces, and the Tharks fight fiercely alongside him. Carter confronts Sabdan in a climactic battle and kills him, ending Zodanga's reign of terror. This victory secures Helium's safety and brings peace to the planet, for the moment. With peace restored, Carter chooses to stay on Barsoom and embrace his new life. He and Dejah Thoris are married in a grand ceremony in Helium. This marks Carter's complete transformation from a disillusioned soldier on Earth to a hero and leader on Barsoom. On his wedding night, Carter decides to stay forever on Mars and throws away his medallion. Seizing this opportunity, Sean re-emerges from hiding and sends Carter back to Earth. Carter is devastated, as he is unable to return to Barsoom without the medallion. Back on Earth, Carter becomes obsessed with finding a way back to Barsoom. He dedicates years to searching for another medallion, traveling the world and studying ancient myths and artifacts connected to the Tharks. Back to the framing story where Edgar Rice Burroughs, Carter's nephew, is reading Carter's journal after his supposed death. It's revealed that Carter faked his death to protect his body while his consciousness travels back to Barsoom. Burroughs discovers Carter's tomb, which can only be opened from the inside, reinforcing the idea that Carter is not truly dead. A Tharn agent attempts to kill Burroughs, but Carter, who has been watching from the shadows, intervenes and kills Tharn. Carter retrieves the medallion from the Tharn, allowing him to return to Barsoom. The movie ends with Carter using the medallion to transport himself back to Barsoom, determined to reunite with Dejah Thoris and continue his adventures. If you enjoyed diving deep into the story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated.